Adjacent to where the rubber meets the road, this is Tell It to Someone. First question is from Serious Mind. Does Trump have the mentality of a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old? Well, yes, both. He's got the mentality of a 9-year-old and the mentality of a 6-year-old, and they're fighting. And the 6-year-old usually wins. And the 9-year-old just gets shouted down because a 6-year-old is a 6-year-old, and a 9-year-old can, do the noogies and the wedgies and all that sort of thing, but then the 6-year-old tells Dad, and Dad always sides with the 6-year-old because the 9-year-old is so much bigger. Next question is from Empirical Mind. Can a vegan Vulcan visit the Vatican in a Volvo, and if not, why not? Yes, well, why not? Look, the Pope has said that that if there were any aliens and we met them, he would baptize them if they wanted. And and Vulcans from Star Trek are vegan, and they are logical. And because Volvos are a very sensible car, and they're very, as safe as they can, is practical, then the only sensible one, if a Vulcan was going to drive into the Vatican, he would drive in a Volvo. So I don't see anything illogical about that at all, except for the non-existent things. Next question, Fishlove69. If cows evolve into intelligent beings, would you believe that they'll make burgers out of Americans? Yes. Well, they tend to be fatter than the rest of the planet. And, well, I mean, I'm fat myself, and I would probably be a good burger. Don't get me wrong. But Americans, they have a far richer diet than I do. Well, it's not richer, it's just more of it. American food is not very good. I have tried American chocolate. Anyway. So yes, they would make burgers out of Americans if they had hands, but they don't. So we're just going to keep on making burgers out of them, because even if they were super intelligent, they wouldn't be able to complain about it, and they don't have any hands with which to defend themselves. Bugsy's only if there was bacon, though. A good hamburger needs bacon. Bugsy's Evil Deed says, does your mustache shed in spring? Mine does. Mine really does. It's not spring, though. It's not spring. It doesn't. It does become shorter when I cut it. Also on my mustache, asks Matthew Yebsley, is your mustache the product of pubic hair transplantation? If so, do you ask the person before taking them? Well, yeah, it's not that simple, really. See, I have been known to offer mustache rides, and sometimes hair does transplant from one to the other, depending on levels of hygiene and some people do like to remove the hairs once I'm done, for some reason. I don't know why. In short, yes. I used to think, Uber asks, I used to think that it was just all wildlife down under that wanted to kill everyone. Now I find out about the Gimpy tree. What the fuck? How are you even alive? Well, the Gimpy tree, I mean, yes, it is. It does contain a powerful crippling neurotoxin that gives crippling pain for the rest of your life if you survive. But they do have lovely fruit. It sort of tastes like mulberry. It's all a really big trade-off. Yes, a lot of our animals and plants are toxic, but they're also delicious. It's the fugu of the tree world. Next question is the last question for today. Ned Beatty 72, how much ass did you get at the Mardi Gras the other week? Okay, so there are numerous Mardi Gras that are around. Of course, there's the New Orleans Mardi Gras, where you go and trade in beads, and you get flashed some titties if you trade enough beads. But that's titty. That's not ass. There's the gay Mardi Gras, which I'm not gay, so I wouldn't know what happens there. I mean, I've seen some footage. I've seen way too much footage. I'm surprised that there is still some unfit homosexuals in Sydney. But there's one third one, that's Pancake Tuesday, and well, it's the same thing. It's on the same day. It's ostensibly to celebrate the same thing, that is eating pancakes. And I did eat some pancakes, and I put on like a few 100 grams from eating those pancakes, but I usually put weight around the tummy, not around the arse. So I didn't really get that much more arse than I had before Pancake Day. The real problem will be, of course, Easter, because, well, the day after Easter and a few days after that, because of all the cheap chocolate that I find in the shops for some reason. As if tell someone for this week, if you would like to ask me a question, there's a question asking place down in the place down there. Also, there is a dovetail question which I would appreciate you answering, because I went to the trouble of asking it in the future. Well, your past, my future, I haven't actually written it yet, but it will be on the screen, uploaded by the time you actually see it. Unless you saw it while I was editing it, and I usually edit alone. I'm dangerously talented, and I don't have a cool sign-off.